What's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Shadowverse video. This is going to be another deck and gameplay video, so as always, if you enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if we get over 75 likes in the first week, I'll post another video with more gameplay with the deck. The deck we're featuring today is Ginger Rune for rotation, and then just as the name says, the deck revolves around Worudo Ginger. A couple months ago I did post a neutral Rune deck, and it did have one copy of Ginger, but the deck was more of a mid-range deck. This deck is really focused on your Ginger as your main win condition. Because of the rotation out of Rage of Bahamut, there are less cards that can actually deal with a big Ginger board on turn 9. I think pretty much no class could deal with a Ginger board on turn 9. Probably the closest thing you have is either Portalcraft, where they have a bunch of artifacts going with Acceleratum and they just trade a bunch of artifacts into your board, or Dragon, maybe with Frenzy Drake. But this deck is running 2 copies of Bard Elta. This is for very specific matchups. So like I said, Dragon, they have the Frenzy Drake, so you want to stop that by saving an evil point for your Bard. Also Runecraft, so Giant Chimera, you want to stop Chimeras, Giant Chimeras, as well as if you're going first on turn 9 and then you play Ginger, evolve Elta, and then it stops your opponent from playing their Ginger, then it's really good. Some other things like Forest has some fanfare effects. So Bard Elta, running 2 copies of it just so to deny your opponent from having answers for your Ginger turn. Very niche card otherwise. This deck is also running Star Reader Stella. So as you can see from this deck, actually there's a lot of cards that cycle itself or add cards to your hand. This is because this deck is also running Abomination Awaken. So obviously you want to have Abomination on the board, add cards in your hand so you can activate its effect. Deal 3 AoE to your opponent's board, get a 6/6 that can start attacking. So we're running 3 Abomination Awaken, and because we're running so many card draws just so you can keep your hand size up. You will also notice that we're running a lot of cards that go +1. So +1 meaning like you play the card, you draw 2, so you end up playing 1 card, you draw 2, so you're +1. So things like Mysterious Grimoire. This is so that if you have the Abomination in your hand, so you have 9 cards in your hand, you play Abomination, then you play another card, then you go up to 9, so that you could activate the Abomination. Otherwise, if you're just going like 1 for 1, say like you just play Singer for the fanfare, then you won't get there if your Abomination's in your hand already. That's why we're also running 1 copy of Rune as well, just so you can get the Prophecy of Boons, just because the Prophecy of Boons gives you a +1 card. And then things like PR Singer, if it's on the board, you trade it, you draw a card. So that's like more ways to activate your Abomination, same as Moon and Sun. Only 1 Moon and Sun though, because it kind of is counterintuitive with your Grimoire, which are the sweets of course. This deck is like half neutral, half Rune. So there's less consistency on the Witch of the Sweets and the Felice. That's why we're only running 1 copy of Felice as well, just because there's not as many neutrals cards in this deck as I would like to have. But you need to have these specific Rune cards so that you could add cards in your hand, like Grimoire adds cards to your hand, Stella adds cards to your hand. Illusionist is just really good. It is possible that you could cut Illusionist for more neutral cards, but I think Illusionist is just a really good card. Mid game, you use it to save your evil points, helps deals with boards. Late game, it pulls out your Zeuses or your Israfels. What's good about the Illusionist as well is that it makes your Israfel be able to attack when it revives it, so it can activate Israfel's effect. Of course, because we're not running Saha Quills anymore since it was rotated out. And then we got the 3 Zeuses. So ideally, the way you want to play this deck is just kind of like control the board as much as possible early in mid game, and then turn 9 drop your Ginger. Since you're playing so many card draws, you would ideally have your Ginger along with like a couple Israfels, a couple Zeuses. Your opponent can't deal with that many stats, and they just die the next turn or concede. So yeah, this is the deck, guys. Very powerful in my opinion right now, and pretty fun deck to play. So I do recommend playing this if you want to find a Runecraft deck to play right now in rotation. Comment down below on what your experiences have been with Ginger Rune, if you've seen it on ladder or have played it yourself. And then subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification so you know when new videos are up. Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. As always guys, I appreciate the support and thank you so much for watching my video. Okay, Dragoncraft. should be a decent matchup for us. Ginger is the card we want to have. Is it worth keeping it in our opening hand? I feel like we're going to draw it eventually. We could keep the Happy Pig just to play something on 2. Try to draw cards that will draw us more cards. Get the Ginger back, so I guess we'll see how it is. I don't think it's going to be that great. But if we draw into like good cards that cycle itself, then maybe it's fine. With the Itherfill to go along with it. We have an Alta as well, so we could save the Alta for the Ginger if it's possible. I mean, sometimes you just have to use our evil points to clear the board. 2 Gingers, that's not really what we want to see. Want to see like a Pure Heart Singer next turn, or a Mysterian Grillmore. Just cards that could add more cards in my hand, please. One issue that you could run into when playing this deck is that you just draw a bunch of your expensive cards. Like against Dragon, you don't have to build up your hand too much because Abomination of Wiccan is not that useful in this matchup. But you just want a good card. You want cards that cycle so that you could draw into your combo piece. Basically, you just want to draw into like your Zeuses and stuff or your Ginger. Okay, Stella. The question is, do we play this Alta? I don't think this Alta is going to do that much. I'd rather just hold it for my Ginger turn, honestly. Because we're already on turn 5, maybe we'll have evil point by then. We're not going second, so we don't have the extra evil. But we play so many cards that kind of like cheat us out on an evil point. That's kind of annoying. Hector's not active here. With 2 neutral cards. Maybe we just play the Scorpius. If we draw a neutral card, the Hector could be active. It would have been so good if we had it active. But we had to draw the second Ginger. Okay. Pretty weak turn for him. We can activate our Hector now, so that's cool. If he evolves over this Hector, there's a good chance that the second Hector could deal with it. And then our turn 8 we could use the evil point because turn 9 we're going to our Ginger. Just a nice Scyther. Is he just going past here? What would be in his hand then? He would probably have like Frenzy Drakes. Just like all of his big stuff. Zeus, Itherfill, possibly. Alright, well Felice is essentially like the Hector, and it's like active here, so it's cool. Yeah, it was exactly Hector, except it's different stats. Oh, he went for the ramp. So yeah, he must have just like all of his big threats in his hand right now. We actually don't even really have a good Ginger turn, honestly. So Black Breath gives him... Yeah, it's just a removal. I wonder if he went black or white. He might have went white just because he needs better options in his hand. Just gonna have to play illusions here. My Hector's not active. I would rather use the Hector though, just because the illusionist after the Ginger turn can pull out Itherfill possibly. But then again, can also pull out the Ginger, so maybe it's not as good. If his hand size isn't that big, we don't have to Alta because the Friendly Drake might not clear. But generally, I want to stop the Friendly. Maybe he just plays Dragoness and pass. Okay. This would be nice. Zeus. So he gets to draw. He'll be at 6 cards. If you play Frenzy Drake, that's 5 damage. Which actually clears everything except the Interfill. It might just be the play though, because we don't have anything else to do. It's better to do it earlier than later. We might not commit actually all of it to the board though. No, he still has 1 Scyther, so maybe it's worth playing this now. Frenzy Drake is good. I could deal 18 to him. Conflag. It's like a Frenzy Drake. But you can't really do anything else. Maybe we could kill the Abomination. Yeah, this game is actually really weird because I drew none of my card draw. Which doesn't happen much. I believe it does 3 damage, right? The Strike Blade, yeah. Yeah, I mean we're just all in at this point. We could have evolved this Abomination to hit face. It would be at 2, but it's like the same thing. Like, I'm pretty sure it's only going to attack once. Okay. He might not have the answer. Like, he has to have a lot. He's still dead. Another breath? I think we got there. Yeah. Shadow. It's only really one kind of Shadow right now, which is like a hybrid between mid-range and reanimate. Should we keep the Rune? We can't evolve on 4, so maybe it's fine to keep. We have Stella on 2, so might give us a turn 3 play as well. Okay, no, we have Abomination for turn 3. If we have no other play, we'll just drop it. Usually your opponent will ignore it unless your hand size starts getting big, and then they trade a bunch of things into it, and then even then the Abomination gets value. But yeah, we have the Star Phoenix now as a option, which is actually really good because if you play anything other than Belinus, never mind. Because like the Star Phoenix would trade into anything, and then I get an extra card in the Stella, but not anymore. We could have played the Abomination 1 phase for an air card. That probably was better actually, now that I think about it. Just let him deal with the Stella. I mean, he probably would just trade the Abomination in. So we can Star Phoenix this. Which I don't mind. It's actually pretty sick if we go Star Phoenix. Following turn, Illusionist pulls out the Star Phoenix then. So we get 2 Star Phoenixes in our graveyard, and they get returned to our hand from our Rune. Yes, I kind of like that. Like, our Hector's not active next turn anyways. It's like a good way to get our hand to 9 and activate Abomination without our opponent really realizing it. Because a lot of people think that Ginger Rune, they just don't play any spells. Which is true, you wouldn't be playing spells. Oh, is he killing the Abomination? Yeah, okay. I mean, sure, he just uses his whole turn killing a 6/6 that can't attack. He steps ahead of me, like I have 5 cards in my hand. It's nowhere close. Okay, our Hector's active now, cool, cool. Always make sure you're picking the right one. Might accidentally click Prophecy of Dooms. Just put a dead card in my hand for the rest of the game. I don't necessarily get the Phoenix back off the Lucius now. I might pull the Abomination. But if he kills the Rune, I get the Rune back. And pulling out Rune is not really good, so we'll probably just Hector this singer. So basically what we're looking for is just Ginger, because we got 2 Zeuses now. Pretty good Ginger hand. Is this guy playing the PTP Shadow? I think it is. Like, he has these cards that gain a bunch of shadows. We have the Elta, so we're probably just going to Elta him to deny the PTP. I don't know what the actual name of the card is called anymore. Yeah, we just Hector here. We have no more spells for Star Phoenix. Just play the most expensive card in their hand. Also sets up a ward. Still looking for the Ginger though. Like, we have everything for a Ginger on turn 9. I wonder if this guy has any other win conditions beside the PTP Legendary. I can finally banish this with my Vanguard. I might as well just go a bit wider on my board. I don't have to Felice here. Just clear this entirely. Like, I don't really care about my hand size now, I just care about finding my Ginger. And I might want to Felice in my hand because I want to save this evil point for my Elta. It's possible that, like, if you can't deal with this board, then I just play the Elta and evolve it just to deny any counter play. I'm assuming he could deal with most of this board. And there's Sun and Moon. Okay. So actually I think we go like Felice, Elta evolve, and then just push 6. It's not as fun as going Ginger, kill everything, and deny everything, but it's the best play with his hand. We could also go Izzerfil evolve to trade, but like Soul Squash is the thing. He's out of evil points as well, so like this stops like Ector pretty much everything that Shao does, because Shao has a lot of fanfare. And now we just call him a Zeus at this point.